Ah, fuck. Ah, damn it. Ah, ah. Roll the sequence. Roll it. Roll it. Just roll it. Fucking sequence. Hello, people of YouTube and the world. My name, TheeAwesomeDJ, and welcome to the first episode of DJ's Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about the third installment in the James Bond saga, Skyfall. After a mission in Turkey gone horribly wrong, and Bond himself, played once again by Daniel Craig, gone missing in action, things are not looking too good for M, played by Judi Dench, and her British Secret Intelligence Service, MI6, especially after it's been attacked. Hearing about the attack, James Bond returns, but realizes that, well, he hasn't really gotten the energy that he once had when he was younger, especially after he's taken up an alcohol addiction, but is still reluctant in trying to find whoever was responsible in attacking MI6. The search eventually leads to the film's antagonist, Silva, played by Javier Bardem, and his main goal is to get revenge on the person that once betrayed him, M. Now James Bond has to do whatever it takes to protect not only M, but the MI6 from certain doom. So this movie has been highly anticipated over the past couple of months, and fans were really skeptical on whether Skyfall was going to outdo Casino Royale, something that Quantum of Solace couldn't do. And I'll be happy to report that yes, it has outdone Casino Royale. The first thing that you'll notice is the opening fight sequence. This sequence is shot so beautifully and so clearly that it's probably one of the best opening sequences this year. And James Bond is back to his old realistic fighting techniques. And by realistic fighting techniques, I mean he doesn't push himself and the enemy through buildings, falling 50 feet in the air, and just simply walks it off like in Quantum of Solace. One of the things I like about this movie is the look of it. The look of the movie is just so beautiful. The director of photography, his name is Roger Deakins. And let me tell you something about Roger Deakins. If there's any man in this industry, in the entertainment industry, that deserves an Oscar more than ever, it's Roger Deakins. Because my God, this movie looks beautiful. But don't take my word for it. Check out his other work. He's done Fargo. He's done Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? The 2010 remake of True Grit, No Country for Old Men, and the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. And I'm missing one. Which one is it? Oh yeah, Shawshank Redemption. What? And let me just say, the movies that I just listed are just the movies that he's been nominated for an Oscar for. All right, those movies that I just listed right now, they're not over there, but I just listed them right now. They're movies that he's been nominated for an Oscar for. Okay, so it means that he's done a shitload of work, and most of the work is really good. And I really hope that Skyfall is the movie where he eventually gets the recognition that he deserves. I don't think so. I have my doubts, but I really hope it does, because Skyfall looks beautiful. It's shot beautifully. The scenes are just gorgeous, and I couldn't applaud Roger Deakins more. He's the best. Now let's talk about Javier Bardem. First of all, he's one of my favorite actors. He's really cool. He's a really good actor, and in every performance that he gives it his 100%. Second, he's a really good villain. Once again, he plays an excellent villain in Skyfall. He plays a cyber terrorist called Silva, who was also a former MI6 agent who went rogue. He went against the orders of of the people. And I gotta tell you, he's probably one of the best villains in the rebooted James Bond saga. Alright? This villain is the villain that James Bond needs, okay? Because he just creates this intriguing presence in each scene that you can't help but just to listen to everything he says. He he's just he's very effective in this role. I like to think that Silva is an evil version of Bond, primarily because they have so much in common that you can't help but think that wow, Bond could potentially be this guy somewhere in his career if he gets pushed to the limit. And Javier Bardem, he just plays it so well and so wonderfully. And the villain, the antagonist Silva, he's just a great character. He's really good. Judi Dench once again plays M in this movie Skyfall, and she does a pretty good job at it. Once again, she does a pretty good job portraying M, and it was pretty cool that she was able to become a central part of the story. She was able to be more involved in the story, and it was pretty good. It's pretty cool that she was able to be a major plot point. And of course, a mention to Ralph Fiennes and Ben Winshaw, one of the two of the supporting characters who gave it their 100%, and they were really pretty good. Ralph Fiennes plays a former lieutenant colonel, um, and Ben Winshaw he plays the MI6, the tech guy, the guy that gives James Bond his weapons, and they both played their performances really well. Because of the cyber terrorist attack on MI6, the recurring theme in this movie is the conflict between old and new. In this case, is an older organization trying to keep up with criminals using newer ways of attacking people. In this case, cyber terrorism. They have to pretty much come to terms to the fact that it's not like it's not like back then. It's not like the evil henchmen that twirling their mustache. In this case, is just normal people that you wouldn't expect to be villains doing all their attacks and this here computer. And also one of the things that kind of coincide with the whole old versus new thing is an older James Bond, trying to come to terms with the ailments that he has. In a newer society, he's just really slow now. He's becoming really slow. He doesn't have, like I mentioned before, he doesn't have the energy that he once had, and this movie really explains that. They really portray the whole old versus new theme. Skyfall is the kick to the nuts that this Bond series needed after a very disappointing Quantum of Solace, making the series relevant again, and not only that, but making James Bond a more realistic and more heroic super agent. I have to give kudos to Sam Mendes for the director Sam Mendes for using more of one one shit, one shot. Okay, one shot takes when it comes to fight scenes and less shaky cameras because it definitely made the movie a lot more interesting to watch. And you can see that Sam Mendes is a director who loves and respects the Bond series so much that he wouldn't dare let the series go to waste like it almost did. The only problem that I had with this movie primarily was the pacing. There are some times in the movie where it does get really slow, and it does get um, just really slow to just start the action. Primarily in the after the title sequence, which is a very long title sequence. It's very good, but very long. And but other than that, it's just a really good movie. And when it does pick up, oh boy, you better prepare yourself because it will pick up. Skyfall is definitely one of my favorite blockbusters of this year, and I hope that Sam Mendes and Roger Deakins can continue to pair up and continue to work together for the next film to make it as good as Skyfall, because it's definitely been a, an effective partnership. It's definitely a new partnership that I would love to see continue on with other James Bond movies, and who knows, maybe other movies in general, because Deakins and Mendes work really well. This has been DJ's Reviews. Once again, my name is TheeAwesomeDJ, and I'll see you guys later.